Yep, we lost it.
God damn it.
We're back. Refresh!
Wonder how many parts there are going to be to this stream.
Oh my god. Hey, but we're back. We're back.
I think we lost everybody.
No, I still show 4.
I'm not even seeing a view count.
Yep, I still show 4. 5. Hello. She's back.
Hello again.
Damn, this first. I'm used to this when I'm streaming, like, my gaming content. I'm not used to this on the podcast.
This is a problem.
This has to be Twitch. Nobody's using the internet.
When's the last time you restarted your computer?
I turned it on before you showed up.
That's not hibernate. It was a full
I
shutdown.
I always shut it off. I mean, luckily it's just only happened twice and it's been pretty quick.
Still, though, I'd prefer none.
I know.
Like, this is the main show we do together.
Which, speaking of shows doing together, have you figured out what you want to do tomorrow? What game you want to play? A child just got in trouble. Watch. I don't know if anybody heard that thump. Somebody's getting in trouble. I could feel it.
Honestly, I completely forgot.
How dare you?
I mean, it's been a kind of hectic week.
Tomorrow's the start of Tuesday, guys, okay? Whether he likes it or not, it's going to happen.
Why are you calling it Tuesday?
Because it's a 2-player co-op game on a Tuesday.
Why don't you just call it Tuesday, but start it with the number 2?
Because that just feels corny as fuck.
Have you met us?
And so does, like, Co-op
Have
Tuesday
you
doesn't
met
sound well.
us?
It's fair.
Well, Co-op Tuesday is just a ripoff of Exos and Problema's Co-op
No.
Wednesday.
I mean, granted, this whole idea is a ripoff from that. Well, not really, because I've been trying to do this since we started Twitch. I thought it was a cool idea to do, and we just really haven't figured out. Because when I started Twitch, it was on the PlayStation, and so
Right.
couldn't do that. And then when I got the Xbox, it was like, okay, no.
Well,
what
but
did
the
we
thing
play?
was,
when did we start it? How did we do it?
We weren't really doing like couch co-op or anything like that.
No.
We were doing just cause.
Yeah.
So it was a single player game, but commentary.
Well, I
from
mean,
two
even at the
people.
beginning of this year, when I started back up on Twitch, I should say, I was still on a PlayStation, so.
Yeah, but you learned.
Let's be honest. We all knew I was going to come back to an Xbox sooner or later.
Well, I see how it is. Thanks, Allie. Just throw me right under the bus.
Honestly, if he doesn't get his shit together, I might just do that.
I've had other shit going on.
Ooh, Allie, what about a Stardew Sunday? There, yeah. I will commit
She
my
works
Sunday night.
Sundays.
She's off Monday though. What time do you get off on Sunday?
Depends on how many orders she has. She could be home anytime between 5 and 7.
That works out because I don't start streaming until 8 anyway.
Yeah, but we gotta do dinner.
Well, Sunday's technically my off night.
Yeah, no, you don't.
So-
You would not get home at 4, Allie. You get home anywhere between 5 and 7, depending on how late you have to work.
We'll figure it out,
get
Allie.
off
Okay,
work at 4.
just DM me. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll do Stardew Sunday. It works because they both start with an S.
Whatever. So that means I don't have to think of extra shit, right?
True. Oh. God. This sucks.
Anyways.
You know what's fucked up? It's 2 within a month.
What?
Two greats, two titans of comic book history just gone. In the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Oh, you said...
Less than a month. Less than a month.
Well, the way you said that made it sound like you were going to say something else. Like you were going to add...
Like this rate, yeah, I was getting ready to say at this rate, fucking next year is going to be fucking garbage. And you know what's even worse? We plan on starting our Deadpool next year. We're going to have a really full Deadpool. I know that's not supposed to be funny, but it's kind of fun.
Just be literally everyone in nerd culture.
Right. We might as well just start there. Fucking have it on the wall. Constantly Off-traK Deadpool. All the names will be fucking voice actors from anime and comic books.
We don't have enough room on that wall.
No, we don't.
We could use both walls and it'd still not be enough room. But anyways, back to Jason. Thanks, Twitch interruption, for getting us more off track than we originally planned to be. Just thinking of his accomplishments, though. I don't think people realize just how much of a badass this guy was.
MMA, 8th degree black belt.
No.
I mean, the list goes on.
Context here. Just a little bit of context. Everyone knows who the fuck Chuck Norris is, right?
Yeah.
Man is a living meme whether he wants to be or not. Chuck Norris is a 5th degree black belt in karate.
Mm-hmm.
Jason David Frank was an 8th degree black belt in karate. He founded the Rising Sun Karate Dojo. They had locations in California and in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I bet Chuck Norris studied there to try to get better.
I bet you
Because he's not as badass. This dude even had a Guinness World Record that he trained quite a bit for. Now, granted, he is not the holder anymore, and I know that. But still, just think about this for a second. What he was going for was the record of breaking pine boards in free fall, right? With his bare hand. In free fall. So, skydiving and breaking boards. In his trial runs, he was doing 4. That was already twice the record at the time.
Yeah.
Or no. Was it 4?
I don't remember. I remember watching the video.
It was either 4 or 5. If it was 4, it was twice. If it was 5, it was 3 more. But that's not the point. Point is, when he broke the world record, which he was already guaranteed to do given his training, he broke 7.
Yeah.
So he already went beyond his goal. He damn near reached the limit of the amount of boards that he brought with him. The team wasn't sure how far he'd be able to go. He wasn't sure how far he'd be able to go. He just knew he was getting this world record thanks to his training. So they brought 8. He had 1 left before they absolutely had to pull the chute. That's how close.
You know, it's
That's commitment.
Oh yeah.
The dude is fucking driven. I'm sorry.
I didn't follow his MMA career. I just know that when he announced his first fight, I know he won it. And I watched that fight.
He has 1 win as a professional, and that was the end of it. He had, if memory serves, it was 6 amateur matches in which he lost 0.
Yeah.
So he was always positive. He had somewhere between 2 and 4 knockouts. Most were technicality. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, that's usually how it goes in MMA. It's not always the big spectacle movie-type fight.
Yeah, see, I'm not a huge fan of MMA. But it's just like when CM Punk announced that he was going to MMA, I watched that fight.
Right.
I paid pay-per-view for that fight. I paid pay-per-view for Jason's fight.
And you'd think the kind of training he went through just to do what he does, CM Punk that is, that he would go further, but he still couldn't.
Mm-mm. I think what.
But I think
Jason,
I think that had more to do with his opponent, possibly.
I think more what killed CM Punk was, I don't think he was really
not literally.
Yeah, not literally, but I don't think he was really ready for that transition from, the cinematic version of, wrestling with WWE to
Well, when you think about his
full-blown.
training, it made perfect sense.
Well, of course, but
Because his training for professional wrestling was mixed martial arts. He was already doing that. All he had to do was intensify it. Because he wasn't pulling punches anymore. Yeah, something hit the door. I have no idea what it was.
a child's about to go through the door.
Hopefully not.
Oh man. No, and then I think
if we do get a camera set up for the podcast, you probably have to put a lock on that door.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Just saying.
For reasoning, as my daughter decided when she came in to get the remote that she was in her pull up. She was in her pull up. Straight up. I get the commode. It's my commode. No, it's mine. You're not losing the last fucking remote that we have.
No, not remote. Commode.
It's a commode. It's a commode. It's a fucking commode.
It's commode spelled with an R. Because English, motherfucker.
You know what makes me mad is that little girl would act. She can say remote, and she called them remotes. And then, fucking Axel, my youngest son, decided I don't know if he, like, I don't really catch on to when he started calling them commodes, because I know I've heard him say remote or remote, and he just started calling them commodes all of a sudden. And, of course, the youngest follow suit.
Right.
It's a commode. No.
Oh,
No.
I didn't get to tell you what my daughter started doing.
Cypher, get over here. Or Crypt, get over here.
What the fuck? How'd
I
you
just
get
saw the
Cypher
C,
out of
and I
that?
just think it's Cypher for some reason. I don't know. Leave me alone. Get over here and help me.
All of a sudden, he's thinking about the Matrix.
I need
Why,
help.
oh why didn't I take the blue pill?
Jesus Christ. I need help.
But no,
Help.
I didn't tell you
Need
what my daughter started
somebody
doing. Speaking
help.
of words and letters and shit. So, she's trying to learn the alphabet. She's trying to learn numbers at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
She'll go back and forth on which one she's actually willing to do that day. Or I guess that minute of that day, to be more accurate. So, this morning, apparently she's been doing this for a while, but this is the first time I heard it. She goes up to her mom and goes, A, B, 3, 4, 7, R, 6. Yeah. I mean, at least she's not repeating things.
7R6.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and she drew on her forehead with chalk.
Oh, Asana has been getting into mom's makeup. Thankfully, somebody gave her makeup, like play makeup, for her birthday. But the first time it happened,
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
what?
So it's not just that she drew on her forehead with chalk.
I think I got it now.
Yeah, so I don't even know when it happened during the day because the lights are pretty dim in our part of the house. And we were about to go tuck them in. And as we're going into an area that has more light, I'm noticing what the fuck is on my daughter's forehead. And she says it's chalk. But she also said that my son put it on there, which I know he didn't because he doesn't do that.
Then you know.
So we go tuck my son in first because that's the routine.
Yeah.
He gets tucked in, then the little one gets tucked in. And just before she says goodnight to him, she turns to us, points to her forehead, and goes, "I Simba." Yes, the chalk on her forehead was red.
Simba.
No prompting. We had not watched The Lion King. She just said it.
That's fucking hilarious. I was like, oh, so Asana comes into the bedroom, and because we have no lock on this door, and me and the wife are in the living room, and Asana comes out, and she's covered in black makeup, and I'm pretty sure it was eyeliner.
No.
I'm pretty sure it was eyeliner. But at the same time, I don't think it was, because it was eyeliner is like really thin. This was thick all over her face.
Does it still count as blackface if a toddler does it?
I was getting ready to say that's what it looked like, because she would smile and all you could see is the white of her teeth in comparison to the black makeup on her face.
Jesus.
And like the red undertone of her lips, like right under her lips.
That's fucking creepy.
So bad. And then the other day, she comes in here and then she walks out. And she walks out and she goes,
I need your remote.
the commode? Sure.
Yeah, the boys' TV is messing up. Come on, let's go.
She comes out and she goes, I'm annoying orange. And she's got orange makeup covered from her neck up.
She is too young for annoying orange. How the fuck does she even know what that is?
It is currently Caden's favorite thing right now.
Currently right now.
Yeah.
As opposed to currently last week.
Yeah.
Or currently next Tuesday.
So he watches it and she watches it with him, and we're okay with it. I'm not a fan of it, but kids will be kids, and it's something that keeps them occupied, and it's not. I don't see it as something that will influence them negatively, except for being annoying at home.
Annoying orange is a gateway drug. At least to Charlie the Unicorn and old Greg.
Yes. The annoying orange has returned. And yes, I will get them into llamas
Llamas with hats.
Llamas with hats.
Jesus.
And yes, I will get them into Charlie the Unicorn and Cyanide and Happiness and
Happy Tree Friends.
yes, we were having issues. When I first went out there, nobody was on the TVs or anything. I can unpause it though.
Can you unpause
The boys' room? Yeah.
That's what's wrong, Rob. So Daddy paused it.
To be fair, everybody, nobody was in that bedroom
Allie
watching.
says hi. She left the room.
But yes, I will get them into all that. That is the plan.
You got to be careful with Cyanide and Happiness.
I know.
That'll lead to things like Happy Tree Friends, which leads to the rest of the Mondo lineup, which leads to dick figures.
I mean, they're at the age. Well, the older ones are at the age that I was when I started watching that stuff. I think I turned out okay. Not perfect, but I turned out okay.
I think your kids are a little too young to experience red and blue.
Fair. I mean, they're already huge fans of Red versus Blue.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
Stacy.
Oh.
Stacy alone makes that cartoon not kid-friendly.
That's fair. Is Red versus Blue a gateway drug then? Because I'm pretty sure that's what got him into Annoying Orange.
Red versus Blue is a gateway drug to degeneracy, and they're already halfway there by being your kids. I'm sorry.
Yes, she is actually kind of into horror. So Hayden is a fan of horror, and he watched his favorite horror movie is the new It movies, and he likes watching little snippets, like fan made snippets by kids and stuff like that on the kids YouTube. Which yes, we monitor. We make sure that part that he's watching is still kid friendly, and it is. But Austin is starting to get into it, and like we'll go to the store or something, and she's like, "Ooh, look, it!" Or we'll be walking the kids to school, and she'll see the drainage holes. Ooh, look, it!
Nah, it is the reason my wife is terrified of clowns. That's based off the book, not the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. My wife's cultured.
I do. I think we should all play Killer Clowns from Outer Space when it comes out. Why
I can't. I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. We don't have a bedroom anymore.
Tell her to
She has
go
nowhere
do something.
she can go.
She can work late. I hope it's crossplay. It's made by the developers that made the Friday the 13th video game,
I don't remember.
and it was crossplay.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm down to play it. Or you can just stop being a fucking pleb and get an Xbox. Just saying. I've been telling you.
Join the cool kids.
We have cookies. It is so much cheaper. It is so much cheaper and less. Now, granted, here lately, it's been a little bit of the opposite, but it's less constricting than a PlayStation. Just saying. All the free games for $14.99 a month compared
Well,
to your.
Seeing as the topic has changed so many times.
Yeah, might as
I'm-
well. I'm tired
I
of
can't
being
keep
sad.
looking over at the screen and being sad.
I'm tired of being sad. Okay, let's put it this way. Okay, so just put into context, this is Austin's dad we're talking to. You pay, what, $25 a month for PlayStation Plus. Now, if you wanted the same experience that you get with Xbox, you have to pay an extra $25 a month for the PlayStation Now. Okay? Look, with Xbox, to talk to your friends, you don't need Xbox Live. You just need internet. Okay? Okay, that's
Well,
you can't do
anymore.
You still
'Cause it
can't.
didn't used to be that way.
You still can't do that with PlayStation.
Wait, seriously?
Seriously, you have to have the Plus to talk to your friends and parties.
The
Okay?
fuck?
Okay. All right. So, that's a huge go already, right? Xbox,
He said 10.
oh, you probably had it on one of those deals. Either way, okay? Look. Still, PlayStation Now is still even more expensive anyway. Or you could just buy the Xbox, right? Pay $14.99 a month. Get Xbox Gold, Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass Cloud, all in one.
And Game Pass for PC.
Oh, yeah, and Game Pass for PC.
All
of that.
Called Game Pass Ultimate.
All of that for $14.99 a month. And even if you don't do that and you just want to talk to your friends, it's free. I mean, beside the price of the fucking Xbox and your internet.
Eh.
It is so much more open to the community. It just do it.
Jesus.
Just do it.
Like, as an avid ARC player, the advantage of having cloud gaming through the Xbox is fucking unbelievable. I can go from a shitty laptop to my console and load into a multiplayer server on ARC
Yeah.
in under a minute. That's from when I hit start on the game and go through the title screen to when I'm actually moving my character in that server.
Here's the thing that Xbox has that, well, I know
Yeah, and I play. Okay, my laptop's not that shitty, but it's not a gaming laptop by any means. It's just running strictly on Google Chrome.
yeah. See, and here's another plus about it. Now, I don't know if the old generation does because we haven't tested it. I haven't personally tested it. I don't know if you have yet. So with my Xbox, I've got the the Xbox Series S. I could be at work. I don't have to be connected to the same internet. I don't even have to be connected to Wi-Fi. As long as my Xbox is connected to Wi-Fi and I can turn my Xbox on from work, choose a game from my phone, and play it straight from my Xbox to my phone. I do not need. It's not cloud.
No,
it's
it's
remote.
screen
It's
sharing.
strictly remote play.
It's basically screen sharing.
Yeah.
See, the annoying part
PlayStation
about
doesn't
that-
allow that. PlayStation, you have to be on the same internet.
Well, the annoying thing
Even
about
with the
that
PlayStation
is
5.
that to effectively use it, you need some kind of controller attachment for your phone.
Right.
Because
which is
otherwise, you're covering up the screen while you're trying to do the controls.
But
and-
even then, with Game Pass, I can play games like and we'll get to this one, but I'm gonna use it as a reference because we're gonna talk about it anyway. I could play games like Sea of Thieves without a controller, because it offers a touch controller option,
yeah.
which sucks. Not the best, but it's a simplified enough game that it works. So I mean, I play video games at work. I'm just saying. And you can't do that with not even the PlayStation 5 allows that. You have to be on the same internet. Your phone has to be connected to the same router as your console.
Well, to be fair, though, it used to be that way for Xbox, too.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if it's still that way for the Xbox One. So you may want to try that. I don't know. Is your app connected to your phone?
Yeah.
Is your consoles connected to the app?
Yeah.
Just give it a try. Is your Xbox on?
I don't
No.
You can turn it on.
I'm not home.
from your phone. You can turn it on.
Well, it's
Allie
like
can tell you if it turns on or not.
When I would try to do stuff like that before, like
It was when I had a job, so this was a while ago. And I tried to do updates from work. I couldn't because I had to be on the same network.
Yeah, and you're right. But the mod community is so much better on Xbox too. See, I started playing when I was playing Skyrim. I was playing it on Xbox before I got my PlayStation 4. And when they released the mods on Xbox, there were so many more options than there was on the
library is fucking massive on Xbox.
Instead, with the PlayStation, you get a small library, and then you're kind of forced to use the Bethesda store for mods to get anything decent.
The the library on Xbox goes so far as to say you can literally stack 3 or 4 mods and have all naked characters on an Xbox. Legitimately all naked characters in an Xbox game.
And if you want to know those mods, you can get a whole list of them on a channel on YouTube called MXR Gaming. Really cool little Korean dude that does nothing but sexual Skyrim mods on his channel.
Well,
he's actually
that
dating
was-
one of the mod
that
creators,
was-
which is really cool.
That was his older content, and then he shifted to playing adult games and reaction content, stuff like that.
With
but,
his girlfriend.
but they got struck too many times.
Mm-hmm.
So there's kind of been some changes.
His stuff
going
is
on
still
with
up there.
MXR. I know.
All the sexual fantasy stuff for Skyrim is still up.
Yeah.
I used to watch the fuck out of those. Because some of the mods were actually, other than
You gonna live?
other than the sexual mods, he reviewed a lot of really good like Star Wars mods that Skyrim offered and Fallout offered that I was really into, and that's actually how I got into his channel. And then I started really watching his channel when he got with that one chick.
Genie.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. I like her. She's funny. She actually made his whole channel even more interesting. Especially when she poked it and put her little 2 cents into everything.
Right. Well, it's really funny when they've got someone like Susu on, and Susu and Genie gang up on Henry.
Yes. Fucking hilarious. I love one of my favorite videos of theirs when they do together is his unboxing videos. Whenever he unboxes fan mail, and they open those together, fucking great. Remember when he got a big
this.
Skyrim sword, and she's like, "You should try that." Okay.
I'll say this: his thumbnail game is on point.
Yes.
Like nobody makes more clickbait thumbnails than Henry.
Shit.
Nobody. I mean, one of his more recent videos, testing Amazon products on my girlfriend, and the thumbnail that goes along with that. Especially with how hard his community simps for Genie.
Yeah. True.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not allowed to say that on Twitch. Oops.
Grep, have a good one. We'll see you later.
Bye, buddy.
Have a good day at work. You should totally get me a list of things that are going to be on your Black Friday sale. I might send you some money to help me out. because I'm just that guy. I'm excited for Black Friday.
Well, anyways, bringing up my laptop earlier reminded me there was something I was supposed to talk about today. My book. So the update I have for people is not a happy update. The issue is my laptop. It is the only computer I really have to do stuff like this. I still have that Surface, but it can't run the programs that I need it to. The laptop can run the programs, but it can't actually maintain them. So if I'm running let's say the program to make the character models, because my book is digital, it's a cross between like a game and a traditional book, to where you've got visuals on screen and then you've got the text at the bottom for dialogue or scenes or what have you. And I'm using DAZ 3D to animate what's going on in the background. So it's all 3D models, all 3D assets, all at least somewhat realistic, to give a more real feel to what's going on in the story. And rendering models, and it's not even just people, from buildings to plants to animals, my computer's not really handling running those programs for very long. I can start to modify a character, or I can start to build like a desk or a wall or a chair, just some kind of asset that I need to use, and then my computer will have a stroke. It just doesn't have the power needed to run these programs effectively. So I can finish coding, I can finish the scripting, I can finish everything except for visual assets with the equipment I have now, but I can't put in the thing that makes my book what it is, which is the visual representations, until I've got a more powerful machine. I just can't, and I don't know what to do. So until I can get access to a more powerful rig, this is probably the last update there's going to be for a little while. Which is really unfortunate, because I've got the first volume, not the first chapter, the first volume scripted out and ready to go. All I have to do is finish coding it.
You can use my computer.
You don't understand the time it takes to do stuff like this. You would not want me using your computer. You'd never have access to it again. Just saying.
I have off days.
But no, I would need more regular access to something I could use to get the shit done, which is unfortunate. It's not the way I wanted to do it. And I really, really, really don't want to crowdfund.
Right.
I hate even just the thought of having to do that, because that's not what I built a community for. That's not what I want viewers for. The people who take the time to listen to me or even experience the things that I do, you're not a piggy bank to me.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
It's not what we're here for. If we wanted money, we'd figure out a better way to do it. We definitely wouldn't be on Twitch.
I don't know. So it's a sad, somber note, but unfortunately, that's my update on the book.
Good news is it will be out eventually.
Fingers crossed.
Oh.
It's just I really want to release it this way, because I don't think I could pick up the slack to make it a more traditional book.
I mean, that's fair. Oh, I'm sorry.
I want people to see the things that I see when I think about this.
Yeah.
Maybe that's vain. I don't know.
Well, in other worse news, public service announcement.
Announcement.
I got
an announcement.
It's a special news.
Words.
Sea of Thieves. You will never see that content on my channel again.
Now,
I advise
hold on. To preface, anyone who's enjoying what's going on with Sea of Thieves,
You're a jackass.
this is not directed at you.
Yes,
You are
it is.
fully allowed to enjoy anything that you enjoy for whatever reason you enjoy it. These are just the reasons we don't. Okay, continue.
Oh, I was gonna make seriously, everybody just stop playing that fucking game. Stop supporting that fucking company until they make something worth playing. So they announced.
Here's the thing: for the people who enjoy that kind of gameplay,
Go play something
it's
else.
definitely worth it for them.
Oh yeah, it is your game. It is now your game. You have it. Casual player right here, and guess what? I'm gonna be off every fucking server that's available. You don't have to worry about me no more bitching and complaining at you for being an asshole.
Sooner or later, companies will realize, specifically game development companies, will realize that casuals are what keep it going. Yeah, your avid player base, your streamers, what have you, they put some money into the game, but not enough to actually recoup your costs.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. So they released a trailer for their new update. The new update for their adventure.
And go figure, I fucking called it Flameheart 1.
It is a PvP-induced...
Now, to be fair, I have to cut you off. To be fair, we knew that Season 8 was going to be PvP-focused.
Oh, yeah.
That info came out months ago. Everybody was well informed.
And I want everybody to know that I have done my research on this because I was very curious. I actually had hope for a second when I saw this trailer. Now you will have an hourglass on your it has to be a captain ship. It will be on your captain desk that you can use to flip. When you flip it, it will put you in a PvP queue. And I thought, cool. Awesome. They're actually getting dedicated PvP matchmaking.
Nope.
No. If you are a casual player, guess what? You can still be attacked by PvPers in open world. That has not changed.
All this does...
And that's fine. I get that.
Yeah, all it does is give extra benefits to the people who were already being dicks in Sea of Thieves.
Yeah. You can still get hit by dicks. Now, there's a difference. I don't mind getting attacked sometimes. Because it is a part of the game, even for casual players. There's quests and things like that from different factions that say, hey, we kind of encourage you to try to attack somebody, at least get used to that kind of play style. But it's not so much where it's overbearing. It's like, okay,
Yeah, it's the constant preying
but now
on
this,
newer players.
Now it's pushing you to, hey, be a PvPer. And guess what? You get better rewards than the casual players do for doing this.
Yeah, if you're not a PvPer, you don't get access to these things.
No.
Anything that they're adding.
You have to queue into this. This is something to even be
Like
involved and reap the rewards from it. You have to queue into these matches.
Yeah, they're even
and you
adding,
have to play them.
They're adding customizable curses where you can become a skeleton or a ghost, depending on which faction that you're joining.
Yeah.
And you choose what that curse will look like. It's not like the others where it's some default
Default
extra
skin,
on top of what you already
Like the
have.
Reaper skin or what was the other one? I don't remember what it was now.
And the only way to have any access to it is to be a dedicated PvPer. Because, yeah, you'll get smaller rewards if you're doing, let's say, a runner's bones tactic, where you're joining the PvP faction, but instead of actually PvPing, you're just gaining treasure and raising your emissary slowly and going to sell it and what have you. You don't raise your reputation fast that way. The same with these new, extreme factions, because it's just the same two factions, just more so. So if you're not doing the PvP, you're not actually going to get there. You'd have to take weeks to months
Doing the other method
to get anywhere near what you need to get that extra shit. And if you're not used to PvP, if that's not what you're playing this game for, you're never going to have access
Yeah.
to that. It's not fucking fair. Like, we get it, Rare developers. You want people to play this sandbox game the way that you want everyone to play it. Even though it's a sandbox game, and you have such a heavy emphasis on people playing their words, playing the way they want to play, it's horse shit. It's stabbing everybody in the fucking back. It's plain false advertising.
I have such high hopes for
Last
Skull
I
and
checked,
Bones.
that's illegal.
Not when you got money, I guess.
The only way we can combat shit like this is with our money.
Yeah.
Your money and your time. Don't give it to them.
Don't.
If you don't like what's going on, like we don't like what's going on, you take your money back, you take your time back, and then they get to suffer. Something happened, I'm not sure what, but kid had to leave again. Something happened. I think everyone's okay. Wait, what's going on with Pando? Pando says hi. Pando says, gotta stay fit to chase after humans. That's not very nice, little xenomorph. Apparently the babysitter's going to chase us. Now, why would it do that? That's not what's supposed to happen in the playroom. And I have a lot of notifications. Oh, Allie bought it for me too.
What? The game?
Yep.
Hey,
I just got the notification for it.
Speaking of the game, you lost it.
She bought it over an hour ago.
You lost the game.
She bought it almost 2 hours ago.
You lost the game.
I don't care.
She says, haha, we play Project Winter.
I'll make time for it, I promise. I'll give it a shot. I make no promises that I'll like it. But no, I have high hopes for Skull and Bones.
Well, the biggest problem now is anyone who actually likes open world pirate games, like what Sea of Thieves was built to be, whether they want to acknowledge it or not, what are we left with right now?
Nothing.
No. We're left with one dead game. Atlas. You don't even know what it is. That's how dead it is.
It sounds familiar.
It was a game made by Studio Wildcard. They're the team behind ARK. It's basically a reskinned version of ARK where you're on the open seas.
Oh.
You build a ship, you can put a base on a ship, what have you. Tame animals, you can buy... you can essentially buy slaves. They're NPCs that'll tackle...
Oh! We do not condone slavery.
well, they're NPCs.
A little bit. No.
Technically, they're crewmates. You buy crewmates, they'll join your ship, they'll do whatever jobs that you want them to do.
That's what
They take the place of things like tames in ARK.
okay.
So you can direct them to do things.
Here's a hot take. All NPCs are slaves. They are there to do your bidding. You can kill them, you can feed them, you can push them around.
And if you're playing Fable, you can sex them.
Not anymore!
Yeah, who knows in Fable 4.
Fucking,
Actually, I don't think it'll be Fable 4.
no, it's just
Just Fable.
It's just Fable.
Yeah, they're going. It's a reboot. Reboot for a modern audience. Anytime that
Fable's
any
one of those
developer,
games that got me into RPGs.
it's just anytime a developer nowadays puts the words rebooted or rebranded or anything for modern sensibilities or for a modern audience, I'm out. That's all it takes. Means you care about politics, and I don't want that in my game.
Fuck you.
Your game can have politics. Just make it the politics that exist in that game's world. I don't want real world shit in my game.
Speaking of real world shit, I found out something interesting. So my wife kind of brought it up, and I ended up doing research on it. It is now been admitted as of, let's see, July of last year, that 95% of shooting stars in the sky is actually shit. Human fecal matter
What?
being dropped from ISS.
I have my doubts.
That is, so the way it works is that new shit gets put in a pod, just like in airplanes. Actually, airplanes do this too, by the way, if anybody's wondering. If you watch your heads, usually they try to do this over the ocean. They release, sometimes if they're overcumbered by their shit tank, they'll actually release it over the ocean. Works the same way in space. Once that cell is, especially in ISS, they don't do a lot of trips up there. I think it's every anywhere between a year to a year and a half. They actually make trips up there to refresh and things like that. If the shit canisters get full, they just let it go. They open up the canister and let it out. And it sits in space orbiting. And when finally gravity of the Earth pulls enough on it, and it reaches the atmosphere enough to fall and burn, so we see the shooting star.
So in other words, when you wish upon a poo, it just might come land on you.
Well, this is a good thing. That's a good thing. It never will land on you because it burns in the sky at unbelievable temperatures, and it'll be disintegrated before it even reaches the fucking before it reaches land or the surface. So that's the good news. The bad news is you're still wishing upon a pot of shit. I'm sorry.
Now I've got 2 songs I can sing on the show. Everything is cancer. Everything makes me wanna die.
Yeah, I thought that was actually interesting, to be honest, because you'd never think about it ever. It's not something you think about every day. It's like, oh, I wonder what kind of star that is. What kind of material is that coming down from space? And that's just shit. 95% of the time.
So in other words, next time you see a kid looking up at the sky, making a wish on a shooting star, you go up. No. You go up. You point into space and you laugh and go, you're wishing on shit.
Poor kid. Poor fucking kid.
I don't know. I still have my doubts, but it's funny.
I don't know, this time last year, I don't know if you remember this at all, or if you were probably weren't even awake for it.
I'm usually not.
I was working for a company called All American Windows. We did COVID relief stuff for, not the needy, but for people that couldn't afford it. So like house furnishing, windows, insulation, stuff like that. You'd file online. Every state still does it even. You still sign up for it. Company would come out that was hired by the state to do your installation and stuff like that. I was on my way to work. It was about this time last year, and all I remember is a flash of green light turned the whole sky green. It was about maybe 6 o'clock in the morning, and something hit the ground off in, it was South Dakota. It actually hit in South Dakota. Coolest fucking thing in the world to watch. Just something from space come out of nowhere and light light up the atmosphere.
Sounds like the plot of a bad porno. Something from space comes out of nowhere and lights up the atmosphere.
Is it bad? I would still watch said porno.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Just out of curiosity, I would still watch that.
Well, given the context, it sounds like giant porn, so yes. Yes, it is bad.
95% of the time, it would probably be shit.
Ugh. And here's your reminder that 2 Girls, 1 Cup is fake.
No! I don't care. It's so gross. Oh! Oh! Like, why? Why? Out of all these years, I've never thought about that video until today. You fucking asshole.
But it's fake.
I don't care. It's so gross.
But it's fake.
Still gross. It's still so gross.
How is it gross?
It's just the thought of it. The thought of what it's meant to be. So gross.
It doesn't matter what it's meant to be. It's not.
That video is fucking disgusting either way. You know, what makes it even worse, every time I do think about that video, there was another video that came out about the same time. It was 2 Dudes and a Hammer. Or no, 3 Dudes and a Hammer. Do you remember that?
I remember you telling me about it.
I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Nope.
A lot of the world has seen it. I don't even know if it's still on the internet or if it's still accessible anywhere.
Well, let's see. Does 4chan still exist?
I think so.
It's still on the internet.
For context to anybody that hasn't seen this video, 3 Dudes and a Hammer is legitimately what it is. It's 3 dudes, and one of them's getting beaten to death, and it's a real video. It's real. It's not fake. These people were captured. They were charged. They are now in prison. But they beat the fuck out of this dude with the hammer, crushed his skull in, and all I can still hear the sounds of him breathing through his as he's choking on his blood. I don't recommend watching it. I was forced. Well, wasn't forced to. I was forced to watch it. Hey,
I was forced. Well, I wasn't forced. Yeah, I was forced.
Bro, look at this. Oh, that seems interesting. You know what? No. I regret watching it. It's still out there for anybody interested. Just saying. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. I'm sure you can find it.
Not that we're telling people to go see this.
I'm not telling you
shit.
to go see it. I'm not suggesting that you go see it. I'm just saying that you can see it. It's called 3 Dudes and a Hammer.
You know, there's an advantage to browsing the internet on mute.
True.
'Tis what I do.
3 Dudes and a Hammer. I bet you I can even coach it.
Why?
Just because I want to see.
You want to see what?
See what Google brings up. It's been so long.
Oh. This is messed up.
It's still on YouTube. Way to go, YouTube.
The only way that would still be on YouTube is if it was confirmed fake. Just saying.
Never mind, that is clickbait at its finest. The title is 3 Guys, 1 Hammer. It's a mukbang video.
Wait, what? What, do they eat a toolbox? Yeah, I don't understand
There's a lot
mukbang.
of Chili's fried chicken. Chicken sandwiches.
I don't understand mukbang. Because, see, my understanding was, when I first found out what this shit was, that it was just people having a regular meal on video. Now, granted, sometimes that regular meal was a, live squid, But other than that, that's all it was. And then nowadays, all you ever fucking see are these full table meals eaten by one or two people. And they eat the whole fucking thing.
I like food.
Not that much.
No. And I can eat a lot.
Not that much.
Especially like I've been eating way too much here recently though, even because like at work I drive all day, and I don't get a break. I get a lunch, and that's about it. So I eat throughout the day constantly, and then I'll have a full blown meal at lunch, and then still after that I'm hungry, eating constantly. It's not good. It's not healthy. I need to quit, but I can't help it. 'Cause it's the only time I get to eat. It's bad, but I can't eat that much. That's horrid. Like, what's his name?
Nikocado avocado.
Yes.
Yeah, if you get to those levels, just get off the internet.
Jesus.
That's the best thing that dude can do right now is just get off the fucking internet. Turn the camera off. Breathe.
Now, speaking of content creators, something I wanted to bring up because we're not at that level at all, but I feel like we are slowly getting to said level. There's a Twitch streamer, and I know his first name is Aiden. He's famous for kind of bringing the Tate brothers into the spotlight a little bit. He's done a lot of interviews with Andrew and all this other stuff. Other than that, he does Call of Duty and 2K and stuff like that, NBA 2K.
I have no idea who this person is.
I don't remember his last name. Or point him out and pull up his channel. Recently, he was swatted for the second time in his career within a year, which is that's not good at all. The sad part about it is the second time he had just moved from Miami, Florida to LA.
Yeah.
And within a week of him moving, he gets swatted. And I wanted to address it because it doesn't happen often that I've been aware of in our community. And I mean by our community, I mean as the streamer community, but it happens often enough that I think it needs to be addressed more. If you are a person that think that it's funny to be swatted,
I think it's funny to swat other people, you mean?
yeah. I honestly hope you have a horrible day. I hope you amount to nothing. I hope one day you get an offender bender and it just ruins your life. Okay? Not like
I hope you step on a Lego so bad that it splits the skin, gets lodged in your foot, and is there for the rest of your life. So you can never step down without feeling that fresh pain ever again.
on a four-sided dice and it gets lodged in the heel of your foot. Okay? Don't do it. It's not funny. It's not. I'm praying for the day I get swatted just so I can go off. Okay?
You shouldn't pray for that.
I don't pray that it happens, but I'm ready to go off. Okay? Now, granted, I enjoy watching SWAT videos because some of them are really wholesome, especially the really wholesome ones. Hear me out. No, they get really
Some of them are cool, you know, like the cool ones.
There's been a few that I've like most of them that I watched. Like I watched those compilation videos of streamers getting swatted, where the police they roll up to the house and they immediately realize there's nothing wrong here. They knock on the door casually. They go, "Hey, I'm pretty sure you're getting swatted."
Well, at that point, you've got content creators who will actually warn their local police department
Yeah.
of what's going on.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really matter where you live at this point.
It's
Police
happened.
departments
Well,
know.
What's fucked up? It's happened here in Kansas.
I know. And somebody got killed.
And so,
Like, not a lot of people know that, but that really famous case where the swatting actually led to the death of a Call of Duty player, all because someone else got mad that he died in a lobby.
was here in Kansas.
Yeah.
In our city. It's fucking nuts. But no, I've seen some of them where there was one girl that I watched. She got swatted, and the cop was like, "Can I play around?" And sat there and played around and Call of Duty on her stream. moments that are cool though, because there are those police officers that do roll up and they're like, there's nothing wrong here. I guess we just kind of we got to finish our job. Obviously, make sure that everything is okay. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But when they casually knock on the door and it becomes a memeable moment, I should say, I think it's great. When it turns out okay, it's great. But it's not cool. It's not funny. It's not awesome. Don't do it. Don't be stupid at all. Because Twitch is now banning the content creators. They shut down Aiden's channel. Now he's been since unbanned, but they banned him for the duration of the investigation.
Why? On what grounds?
I don't know. That is just the reports I got from Aiden's content and some other people that did more research into the issue. During the investigation, I think it's more so to say to keep Twitch out of the loop and make sure that they don't get in trouble for anything that may happen on Aiden's side. So what if he did have drugs in the house, or he did have a body hiding in the basement, whatever.
Well, the one thing I can say is that the community management team, the one that's actually responsible for things like shutting down streams or banning
Right.
people or what have you for any kind of community guidelines, whatever, is a completely separate entity to Twitch's corporate side.
Yeah.
So the people that run it are not the people that ban people, and the people that ban people don't run shit. They just have that power, and they don't communicate. Like, ex-employees from both sides have come out and talked about this. We already know this is the way it goes.
Yeah. Honestly, in my opinion, I think the reason why he got banned for the duration of the investigation is because it twice within a year's time period, and it was after he moved. Like, legit, a week after you moved, you get swatted. I can understand, all right, we don't want to, if there is a criminal investigation going against you, we don't want any part of that. We don't want that image on our company, and ban him until they clear his name. I kind of understand that.
Yeah.
Just from a personal view. If something happens twice in a row that quickly, especially after you move, I'd suspect something's going on. Just like at work. You get fired. Well, they fired me because they said blah, 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 blah. Got a warning just like 2 weeks ago.
Right. See, that's why...
Same shit.
That's why I'm confident about what I'm doing. Because, like, number one, there's the anonymity. No one knows who I am.
Yeah.
And aside from that, I've got the equipment to make it look like I am not where I live. And that's the way it's going to stay. Anybody who tries to track my IP, they're going to find something. It's not going to be me.
Well, that's the crazy thing. Aiden runs VPN. He's confirmed that he does. And they were still able to find him after he moved with a brand new VPN. That's what's wild to me.
At that point, it's probably the VPN.
Fair. But still, or whoever. Like, there are those people out there that just SWAT for a living because they think it's fun, and they spend the money to find these people just for fun. And it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid beyond belief. And I do. I hope you amount to nothing. I hope you get fired from your job. I hope
your family doesn't love you.
I hope you catch leukemia and survive. I'm sorry. I know people have asked me to stop saying that because they've got leukemia or whatever. I'm just saying, it's a bad thing, and bad people deserve bad things. Period.
But that would mean there's natural justice, which there's no such thing. I mean, the good thing we know for sure is that bad people will eventually die, but more will be born.
Right. One thing I heard from somebody who wasn't, you can't teach, you can't prevent bad behavior. It's like stealing. Everybody tells you not to steal. You learn it in school. The Bible says not to steal. The Mod says not to steal. Hell, even Nordic Rune tells you not to steal. People still steal. I'm guilty of that. I used my $5 discount when I was a kid too to get that pack of bubble gum.
Well, at that point, you got to ask yourself a question: does conquering count as stealing?
I mean, by definition.
Yeah. Kind of a mixed signal.
Just
Don't be stupid, stupid.
No, I know that's a weird thing to address in a weird way. Just don't.
At a weird time.
Yeah.
In a weird place.
I don't know.
With a
It
weird
kinda came
head.
up and the subject matter, or the context of the subject kind of came up like a perfect timing. Let's talk about this, because
No, it's not perfect. It's weird. We already established that.
More streamers should address it. Make more people aware that, hey, we're onto you. We're not stupid.
Well, the other thing is the Streisand effect. Like, the more you call attention to it, the more likely it is that attention will be drawn.
I mean, that's fair.
So on the one hand, yeah, you want to caution people, but, you know, really pretending it doesn't exist and never mentioning it again is probably more likely to make it go away.
True.
Which is
I still wanted to talk
it's
about
unfortunate, but it's the way the world works. Because people are dumb.
Stupid.
The world is permanently dumb, and we're only making it worse. So let's contribute.
Yeah, fuck it.
Everything is cancer. Everything makes me wanna die.
Alright, but I think that's it for today.
Yeah, we're kind of rambling at this point.
Yeah.
What time is it?
3:15.
Jesus. I think we ran out of topics like an hour ago.
Yeah, we could have just been bullshitting.
Welcome to the wonderful world of conversations we share.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us.
If you stuck around this long.
Yes, if you haven't, you're watching us later. Thank you still. We appreciate you. And the famous words from Jason David Frank, if your hero says he's tired of you saying you're their hero, get out of their line. Don't pay no attention to them. We are not those people. So if we end up becoming your hero, we will never get tired of you hearing us tell you, or we will never get tired of you telling us that we're your hero.
But also, words to live by. Never meet your heroes.
No, never. Even though I wanted to meet Jason David Frank so bad. He was in town last year too.
Well, the thing is, nobody is who you think they are.
No. But no, I did. I saw that years ago in an interview of his, and he did. He's right before he did it. It wasn't really an interview. It was a comic book convention that he did, and he was signing autographs. And seriously, he came out because I want to let everybody know, if you go to somebody and they just say, I'm not your hero. I'm tired of you saying that I'm your hero. Don't get out of their line. Because I will
Don't get out of their line?
So no, or don't pay no attention to them. Get out of their line. Because I will never get tired of you telling me that.
It also seems a little bit self-serving to say that.
Yeah, but I understand the context.
I know. It's just, I don't know, the way that sounds.
I've been in that position where, I've gone to, autograph signings, or I've met a band member that I really enjoyed, and I've always wanted to meet, and it just didn't seem like they cared. They were tired of it. Then they're not really worth it. At that point, you become an asshole and you don't deserve my attention. Especially when you become huge and a major following and you get as many fans that you have. There's a reason for that, and you should never get tired of them. And we will never get tired of you. So until next time, next week, tomorrow. Also, remember, doing Tuesday, as now Kaz wants to call it.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. I don't know. I'm still down to play God of War. Or not God of War, Gears of War.
I don't have a fucking PlayStation.
Neither do I. I mean, I do. But I don't have
I mean-
controllers that work.
I do too, but the only games I have for my PlayStation are Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5.
So yeah, tomorrow we're going to play Gears of War. I think that's what we should play. That's the only thing I could think of playing that we'd both be interested in long enough to get through it.
I don't know. I have installed nothing. I haven't.
Good thing is, you don't have to install it. It's cloud.
Eh.
You're welcome.
The other thing is I have to remember.
I'll make you remember. We'll shove it up your ass like an enema. You will remember.
Hey, I told you. I told you. I ain't playing Where's Waldo with you.
But until next week, everybody, we love you and remember to always stay off track.
Bye, everybody. Click the thing, yeah. Hold on. Click the other thing.